Hey guys, it's JLD, just laying down, and in today's video, we will be interviewing fellow Twitch streamer Gahhbige, a Twitch partner who specializes in all types of different games, but recently has been playing a lot of Dead by Daylight. He will be chatting with us about his favorite games, his road to partner, and what it takes to hit that purple check mark. For those who are new to our YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to get the most up-to-date info on when we post future interviews and YouTube shorts. Also, make sure to follow us on Twitch, where we are live every Monday and Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the interview. So, Gahhbige, welcome in. I appreciate you taking the time to hang out with us tonight. I know you wanted to wait until you hit that purple check mark before you pulled up. Either way, I'm happy you're here.
Yeah, it's gonna
With that being
it'll be fine.
I swear to God, bro, don't even start. Don't start. With that being said, I'm gonna start this off with allowing you to introduce yourself to chat. I'm sure a lot of people already know who you are at this point, but for those who may not know who you are, I swear to God, the trolling has started. Please introduce yourself to chat, who you are, what you do, what you stream, maybe where you're from, and whatnot.
Thank you. You really
And
just want me to do it one time for the one time, don't you?
Might as well.
Okay. Welcome in, everybody. My name is Gahhbige. I'm a variety streamer from Boston, Massachusetts. We play like nothing. I don't do shit. Okay, that's about it. That's all I got.
I swear to God, if you don't describe yourself even more right now, instead of we don't do shit.
I literally that's pretty much it. At this point, I don't do shit. I just sit around and fart around like Dank does, and I hit the button whenever I want, whenever I feel like it. I have no schedule. I have no plans when I hit the button, whenever that is. I kind of just do whatever I want. I mean, recently it's been DBD and Fall Guys. I mean, I don't know. Like that's pretty much it. Yeah.
How are you liking DBD?
A lot better than I thought I would. Oh God, no, she's here. Fucking Christ.
Yo, what up, Miss Payne? Welcome in first time chat.
God, babe. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's the girl that she went and plugged your stream in her chat the other night.
Miss Payne, I appreciate you coming in. Welcome in. Vibe, I appreciate you plugging me. Let's freaking go. But are you ready for me to play some DBD soon?
Absolutely. I can't wait to not be the new person anymore, and not be the one that sucks at the game.
Are you really like the newest person out of the group?
Yeah, I am.
So that means
everybody else has been playing longer.
So basically, I'll have to hand you all the med kits.
I guess technically Dank, but like he doesn't play consistently enough for me to consider him a player of the game. It's just like he'll like load it up when we want people. Yeah, med kits. Exactly.
So if there's one thing I should learn, if I became the new person that was learning everything tomorrow, what's one thing you think I should know coming into playing Rigged by Daylight?
Flashlights. That's all. Or are you talking?
Yes,
well, if you're talking killer or survivor, I guess there would be two different things, because you are going to suck at first. I still suck, but like day by day, you'll be like better, I guess. It depends on how much time you dedicate to it, honestly.
Vibe, no problem. I play, and I think you know this already, but like I played DBD like once or twice many years ago. I had it on my PlayStation, and it was on PlayStation Plus. So at the time, I had PS Plus, and I was like just downloading every single game that came out free on the freaking PlayStation. And it came up, and like I think I played it once or twice, and I'm just like, this seems kind of like I was kind of bored of it quick. Plus, I was a Fortnite junkie at the time.
Yeah, so, that's kind of how I started playing it. Like I had like I like when I loaded the game back up like recently, it was just, there was some stuff like I had some like yeah, there's either DLC or like I don't remember ever really playing it. So like I think I just like when I bought the game, I think I had like a pack that came with it or something because like I had like some cosmetics or whatever. I was like, oh well, that's cool, I guess.
And
And
like, I don't even
I
know,
don't
like,
remember ever playing it.
I don't even know who the characters are that you could play as. I know you could like download like some of the horror movie characters, like Freddy Krueger, Jason, and all that. But like, are there any
As
like,
killers, yeah. I mean, there's survivors that are like from notable things like Resident Evil or I don't know. Honestly, you'd have to ask Panna more. She knows like every character, everything about it, like where they're from, what their backstories are.
mhm, maybe I want to play this week, so I'll probably be reaching out to like, you guys. I know Panna has been like wanting me to play, and like so that way like we can all play together. So that should be an interesting time. Maybe like Thursday or something. I might be down to run some if you guys are. I don't know what your streaming schedules are for
I,
this
I
week,
don't
but
I don't stream. I don't know what
I
you're on
swear
about.
to God,
So,
bro.
but
Exclamation point guest in the chat, everybody. So for
but we
those who are
would
coming in, exclamation point guest as it shows on the corner over there. You will have his social media accounts. You will see his Twitch account. You'll see his Twitter account. I think Instagram. I even plugged your Cash App because there's no Cash
because
App
you're an
command here.
asshole.
But I'm gonna make sure that everybody knows if you want to donate your Cash App, that is the place to go. $ Gahhbige, or you can go to Stream Elements and donate to him. But
Don't
yeah,
do
his
either
social
of those
medias are
things.
there. Go check them out. You're gonna love like you see the clips going on right here with like the party and the neon lights and all that craziness happening. That's literally every stream. I don't know who JLD is either, but I know who that partnered professional Fortnite streamer is down below. So that at least I do know. Yo, yeah, we got to run some DBD. We got to run some Fortnite too. We haven't played Fortnite Gahhbige in a while.
Here's a like a spoiler alert of things that might be coming that was suggested to me. I might try. I mean, I don't have a DBD community, but depending on who might be interested, I might be looking into just doing customs. Like
Ooh.
it's easier. You only need 5 people, but like then you just kind of rotate who plays killer and who's survivor.
Is that the minimum 5 people in order to do customs?
It's the maximum
Oh,
actually.
Mac.
Like
Oh, really? Oh, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I
Because
mean,
there's
but
five
honestly,
survivors. You
you don't
can't have like 100 people and one killer or whatever.
right. There's
True.
four survivors, one killer, but you don't really want to do it with less than 5 because like then it's like
Easy for the killer.
it's easier, but like there's also less gens, so it takes less time. So like if you only had like 4 people, so it'd be 3 survivors and one killer. So it would I think they take away a gen, like you only have to do like 4 gens or something like that. I
Yeah.
remember we did it with Panna. Like one of the very first times we played, it was just like me, Vibe, Panna. There was like one other person with us. I don't remember. It might have been Gloomy, and there was only like 3 or 4 gens instead of 5.
And that's
But we
another
can
name for survivors or just like something else?
no gens meaning like you have to do generators. Like you have to repair generators. The objective of the game is repairing generators so that you can open the
Okay, okay.
gates to
Gens.
escape.
Got you.
Yeah, gens is short for generators. So like instead of having like the typical 5 that you need to do when there's 4 survivors, I think if you do customs and there happens to be less than 4 survivors, it starts with less.
B Nizzle, I appreciate the resub for 5 freaking months. B Nizzle, I made you his character. You'll see him on Wednesday. Unless you pull up on Kick. I could show you him on tomorrow if you pull up there. B Nizzle, welcome in. Get him out. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. B Nizzle, you can ask whatever questions you'd like to Gahhbige. That goes for everybody in chat. There's a channel point that says ask our guest a question. Feel free to use that to or any question you would like answered. So I'm gonna go through the queue of everybody that has asked a question at the moment. I'm sure you see it already.
They're
but
all basically just troll questions, so it's like honestly.
who do I survive? Who do you survivor man? Is that for me or Gahhbige? Because I haven't played the game yet. B Nizzle. So yeah, why Meth Rollins, why do you yell at him? Because Meth Rollins be wildin'. That's why. Mine aren't. It's for Tyler. Let him know. Let him know. So yeah, why do you yell at me in your chat? We don't yell at you. You be trolling literally everybody. And then the only time I ever had to step in was because you did I forgot you RKO'd the boss. I was like, nah, that's Miss JLD. She's off limits. But besides that, you literally go after everybody. And Vibe, I see that question too. We'll get to that too very shortly. All right, Vibe asks, how does it feel to be a professional toxic partner DBD killer Kappa HD?
Literally a troll. She's literally a troll.
I don't think she's a troll.
That's literally a troll question. That's
See, I
literally
don't
such a
know.
troll question because I'm not toxic, and I don't yell. Ask the question in the queue, bro.
B-Nizzle, the queue. I swear to God, bro. We love B-Nizzle.
Somebody help him. I know he's probably been like working all day and all night. But
fuck a queue.
Fuck a queue. Yeah. Let him know.
Johnny the Taco, welcome in. Revive Sandwich, welcome in. Hope you guys have a fantastic Monday. We are interviewing you arrested Crims today. Imagine. Hopefully work was good besides that. The Luke has asked the question of what do you look like without the beard? How are we supposed to know? There you go. Exactly. There you go. Hopefully that answers the question.
That's about the best I can do.
And I mean,
does that
there
help?
you go. Hopefully that helps you out, Luke. Luke is going to be in our tournament as well for the Viewers Championship. He was in a tag team match with Killshot facing Dank and Cluster. They ended up winning. I swear to God, Venus. This is going to be the most trolled freaking couch talk of all time. Guaranteed. Zunya, do you ever not wear a hat or beanie?
When I go to bed. Actually, when I just went and took a nap, I fell asleep with my hat on. So
there you go.
But yeah, typically when I go to bed, that's about it.
No trolls allowed. This whole stream is just trolls. Everybody here trolls in some way, shape, or form. Even myself, I troll Johnny. The first thing I always put is ! Ketchup in his chat. Every time I see Zunya, I have to ban her if I'm a mod. She ends up banning me in Shake Stream.
How are you even a mod for Johnny? I just noticed that the other day. I was like, you're a mod for Johnny? Wow.
Because JB kept banning me.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
She kept banning me, and then Johnny said, "Oh, do you want protection?" I was like, "Yep." And then Cambo was like upset because I became mod. He was like, "Oh hell nah, make him VIP. You can't give him no sword." And this was all while like I was in the airport. This was all happening while I'm in the airport, just waiting for my gate to be called. What up, Vibe? I think you were probably trying to attack somebody else, but hi, Vibe.
Johnny. I don't need protection. JB doesn't phase me.
JB got thrown off Hell in a Cell, never forget. By Rhea Ripley, which is what I'll say. All right, yeah, I'm just gonna keep going through the troll.
TikTok.
Yeah, dude, that was a W. Like for the 24 hours it was there, almost 90,000 views on Instagram. It was crazy.
What, it got taken off?
Because it's a story, so 24 hours it goes away. Story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Cluster. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Yo, B-Nizzle, I swear to God, bro. GG Bunny, welcome in. Yo, it is cool seeing all the clips, right? Like, remember Dumpster? Like, when is Dumpster Fire Karaoke coming back? That's actually gonna be my next question before I go to the rest of the trolling.
For the rest of the trolling, it's literally all troll questions, bro.
Facts. Guys, Goose.
I have no tentative like concrete plans to do that, but it keeps getting asked, and I don't know. I don't know. Yeah.
It was fun though. I mean, I'm not gonna sing, but
it's been requested a couple of times.
What does the T stand for?
I swear to God.
I have no idea what's going on. Snoop, have you acknowledged your tribal chief today? I wake up and acknowledge Roman Reigns as I wake up to my alarm.
It's definitely.
Hydrate. Revive sandwich. How does one truly pump it up?
Just ball your fist and then, you can kind of like grasp some cylindrical thing in between it, like if you want to like kind of get the
Cylindrical.
motion, and then you just yeah,
Yo,
you
what's
just
going
like
on, Dace?
swing your arm back and forth. It's
Nice.
mostly all in the elbow. Um, there's a little bit of wrist movement too. It depends on what you're holding.
Perfect. I think that's a great answer. Revive sandwich. Hopefully that answers the pump it up question. B Nizzle again. Thank you for the resub. Zunya. This is actually a serious question, so not a troll. This one
There was one that she said that it was serious.
was getting to the purple check mark worth it, and I think chat could also benefit from this as well. What up, Measureless?
So it depends on where you currently stand. From where I was, it was absolutely worth it. Being so close to for so long, and just being consistently, denied every time I would apply. And I took people, kind of along the entirety of it. The day that I got partnered, the day that I streamed, and I just kind of showed the whole track. But if you want to just focus on that like shorter time period from like let's just say like from the fall of last year until February 28th of 2023. And every time from that period, it was like 3 or 4 times that I applied and they said no. And they just kept saying no. And it was worth it because finally once they said yes, I didn't have to worry about a fucking thing anymore. Because there are people here that make partner, and then they have giant goals and aspirations. They want to be the next Kai Cenat. They want to be the
Right.
next whatever. They just like, I mean, people, for fuck's sakes, people start that way on Twitch. They're just like, I'm gonna be the next big thing, and I don't want to like shit on anybody's dreams. But the
It's
needle
hard.
in the haystack for that's very very bold and very difficult thing to do. I'm not saying that anybody can't do that kind of a thing. It takes a lot of luck and it takes a lot of skill and it takes a lot of like it really takes a lot of just getting yourself out there and like who actually comes across you and your content. But the short answer would be yeah, it was worth it because now I don't have any pressure at all. I'm not the person who's going to be like, okay, well, now how do I go from averaging 100 to 200 to 300 to 400 to 1,000 to 10,000? Like that's not me. That never was me. I mean, I I always said that the minute that I got it, I turned the view counter off. And that's exactly what I did. And I don't ever like constantly like sit there and nitpick through my statistics. I don't look at anything like viewership wise. As as a matter of fact, the other day as I was going through something and I looked at something and I was like, I had probably the worst statistical stream that I've had since like December of like 2021, just my last stream, and I didn't give a shit because I had such a great fucking time just being a toxic DVD
Mm-hmm.
killer. I talked for like an hour, I played killer for like an hour or so, and then I got tired and I got kind of hungry and I just said I'd raid it off. And it was just like, and it doesn't, and I don't have to stream 5, 6, 7, 8. Fucking the longest stream I ever did was 13 hours
Sheesh.
just to like get to a 75
Yeah.
average for that stream, and it still didn't fucking matter because it was just like there's so many things that go into it. But the short answer, so I can wrap that question up, we can move on. It was absolutely worth it for me in the position in which I was in, and it was always like it was never something I got on Twitch to do to add to it. I know I said it was done, but like I never got on Twitch with the intention of being a partner. I was just hardly an affiliate. Like I kind of was just I guess I was grandfathered into being affiliate because
Johnny.
when I first originally started on Twitch in like 2019 and I streamed like 7 times to get affiliate in a community where I was averaging like 50 views because of what I was doing, like I stopped streaming for like a year or like a year and a half, and then when I actually came back, I was already just I was basically starting over, but I was already affiliate. And I I didn't plan to go for partner. It just kind of organically just started to happen. And especially when all the stuff started to happen and like, more eyeballs actually came to me instead of going away from me. And it just kept going up and up. And it was just an upward roller coaster. And I'm like, okay, now I'm averaging 55. Okay, I'm averaging 60. Like this is within sight. Like what is happening here? And that's when the balls kind of just went to the wall and everyone just started like, okay, just feed them more, feed them more. And then it is what it is. It didn't work the first time or the sixth time, but the seventh time was it. So it was worth it because I get to breathe a sigh of relief every day and I don't have to I don't have to stress about Twitch and
Yeah,
all. And I can
numbers and all
I
that.
can
Yeah.
just I can just do whatever, I can go and I just hang out with the people I want to hang out with and I meet new people along the way. As you see one person that we just organically came across because um we were looking her up because we played against her as survivors in DBD the other night, Miss Penguin. Like it's just like that natural like building of like a relationship with another person on Twitch, it can happen again. It doesn't have to be tab for tab, and it doesn't have to be well, you come here,
Yeah.
I'll drop you 12 hours of watch time if you drop me 12 hours of watch. It doesn't have to be watch time for watch time, and it
Tap
doesn't
me up a
have to
thousand
be
times,
that.
please.
And it's just
Mm.
fucking it's just such a relief because like the people that just fuck with me and still fuck with me will fuck with me. It doesn't matter if I go to their shit or I don't, and that's the biggest relief of it all. So
And I
I hope that was sufficient enough, Smelly.
and I want to go back to what you said before about how people come into Twitch like saying, "Oh, I'm gonna be the next big thing. I'm gonna be the next Kai Sanat." Like that was probably me as well. Like honestly, like
It's
thinking I was
fair.
gonna be a Call of Duty Warzone streamer. That's originally what I was gonna do. I was gonna be a COD streamer, but I played a few games and I was bored of it. And then I switched back to Fortnite and I started doing my Smash Bros. And very quickly I was humbled on how difficult it actually is to get to a position where you're at right now. So what I'll say is congratulations. I know that was a while back, but congratulations again for making partner because a lot of people can only dream that they want to get that one day. So for you to sit here and get it, it's a freaking W accomplishment. And yes, it helps people to just say like screw the numbers. I'm gonna just do this to get to know people and continue to work on my content. And I hope that this is still the continuation of you continuing your stuff. You know what I mean? So big ups to you for that, dude.
For me, it would be more of a like a reset point. It's like a video game. You you think like you get halfway through the game and you just want to like change it up. Because that's
Yeah.
where I'm at right now. You want to continue on somewhat, but like it's you get up to the point of no return where you can't do anything differently anymore, and it's like that's me right now. It's like I need to either like I need to start doing what I want to do as opposed to like what's gonna be like the God, this is gonna sound bad. I get the lowest common denominator, right? Like I'm not trying to
What's
appeal
gonna
to the
stick you out
masses.
more?
I'm not trying to create certain things like marbles, for example, was a means to an end. Twitch wanted chat activity from me. They're like, well, yeah, but like, okay, like you're good, but like your chat is like kind of like a little bit like subpar as far as like, you know, interactivity, chat activity, and I'm just like, all right, bet I know exactly what to do. Got you. Like lock it in. And then that's, biddies for balls. Like, come on, get your balls in, get in as many races as you can. Like, here's some bits. Like, come on. Like I played the game and I did what they wanted me to do. And like I wasn't ever gonna continue. I'm not gonna be a marble streamer.
It's
Things
very
things like
difficult to be
that.
a marble streamer unless you're
Like
like one of the
Warzone
higher ups.
customs. If we want to go way way back, I know when you had Trav on here a couple weeks ago, we
Warzone
had a little
customs.
we had a little bit of fun with that, and like I was kind of the butt of that joke when he started it, and it's great. And like me and Trav have a unique relationship, but like I'm always like in on whatever joke he's making, and I never, because I know like what he says, it's all for entertainment purposes. And it's like I don't ever get butthurt when somebody takes a shot at like a Warzone customs or like a raid train or things like that. I'm just like you're looking for buzz and things like that, and it's fine. But it's like I had fun doing Warzone customs, and like then they just fucking ruined it. But like I genuinely like doing that, but it was also, again, it was for a purpose. It was to
Yeah.
create a rally behind, and everybody would be there, and it's like, okay, everybody's here, everybody's playing, the chat's booming, like give them everything that they're looking for. And like it just didn't work out the first time. But like,
Things
that's
happen for a reason.
I've played so many different things since I got partnered almost 2 months ago now. It's crazy for me to think that I've been partnered for 2 months. However, I'm just like,
Mm.
I don't care. I can kind of just like throw caution to the wind and just literally do what I want. I'm definitely taking what's the way I'm going to say this one. So you and I coming up, we met very early on along our journeys back on Twitch for me, but like, for you, like, I mean, I've been here in your channel for over 14 months, and you the same for me. It's like, we've been riding together for a long time, and we know, when we were just fucking with each other, we were, just pretty brand new. Our averages, were in the sub teens, right? And there were the partners in the community. There was the camps, the SBs, and the rosés. They just pretty much
Yeah.
had all gotten partnered when I kind of first,
In
like, I
one
knew
shot too. It was like in one
pretty much
shot.
all around the exact same time. Yeah.
Hmm.
And like each one of them, for the most part, took a different approach to do it. And afterwards they took a different approach. I'm definitely going along more of the rosé approach, because what I learned most from Rose was have fucking fun and don't force
You
yourself
have
to
to,
do shit
man.
you
That's
don't
what
want to
people
do.
forget.
And he, the minute he got partnered, he stopped doing marbles. Again, marbles being a means to an end. And it's just like, he did it for a little bit, but like, he's just like, I want to do what I want to do, and I want to have fun. And,
Exactly.
now he's playing fucking like Metal Gear Solid spoof games and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's just like, and
Playing Cult of the
chefing it up.
Lamb and all these other like games
It's
that are coming
it's
out.
like
Yeah, it's nice to see him play them.
it's just that's what I want for me. And I only want for whoever wants that for me to be there. I don't want people there that, you know, they're only there in an effort for me to be in their channel, and just don't make any effort to cohesively
Yeah,
make a
yeah.
bond with
You
not
want
just
genuine
me, but
people to be
other
there.
people. Just genuine. Yeah, let them know, babe. Let them fucking know. I'm
Think for
not
the
I'm
top.
not a networking streamer, okay? Like I'm not gonna shit on it. I did it myself. I'm not gonna go the approach of, a certain kick verified streamer that, says, well, I did it all this way, but you shouldn't. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm not admonishing that way, but I don't want to do it anymore. But anybody that still does that, just do it. Just do it. Anyway.
Yeah, where did Warzone Customs? They kind of disappeared, but Warzone 2 sucks anyway. F COD.
Warzone 2 is mid, but it's playable. And they did finally bring customs, but like I don't understand Activision, because they literally ruined a game that was perfect. Not perfect, but like all they needed to do was implement a working anti-cheat, and the game would have been fine. And then they fucking redid everything. They redid an entire engine, and they took away so many features that they had already
Yeah, it's
introduced into Warzone 1, like custom matches. Like, for what? For
I
what?
played one game, well, one session with K-Rat, Trippy, and Cambo.
Oh, that
Never
must have been a
again.
fucking nightmare. Well,
That
that's
was
why
on
you're playing with
stream. That
Strippy.
was months ago.
You were playing with Strippy. Oh, you're on your stream, yeah, but that's
Yeah, it
because your
was on
PC
my
couldn't
stream.
handle it. That's because your PC was like fucking botting out.
Yo, what up, Night Owl? Good to see you in here. Let's keep going with the questions. I don't want to get the queue knocked out. But Vibe says, do you know how loved and appreciated you truly are? How does it feel to know that you have a community that loves you?
Next question.
I swear to God, bro. Miss Penguin is not a question, but you are awesome for finding me. That is to you.
Thank you.
Let him know, Vibe.
You found us. I mean, you found our cheeks as survivors, and as a matter of fact, see, like, here's the thing, right? Okay, so I kind of thought that she was like kind of a troll in the
Yeah,
game. Like,
accept
I
it.
was like,
Accept it.
she's being like a little bit like, meh. Like, I was like, this killer's boring. And then we finally got out. We got the door open, and then like I sat there and waited for her, and I just started teabagging. And then I was like, she was live, and then we went in, but like we weren't like toxic or mean or anything, but like she was just really nice, and like, Vibe was like, she's really cute, and I was like, yeah, she's a sweetie. And we just hung out with her for the rest of the night, and then like she's been going live, like again, back to like the whole aspect of, that's how you just naturally find people you fuck with, is just
Yeah,
just
you don't have
just
to worry about like the
genuinely being
partners stuff
kind,
and all that.
bro. Just going around and be like, we've just been pulling up on people playing DBD that look cool, that vibrated, another girl that I found today, that she's like, this girl's pretty cool. Like, she wasn't playing DVD today, but it's like, it's great, dude. So like, thank you, Miss Penguin.
Yeah, Miss Penguin, put your schedule in the chat. Obviously I followed back, but like it would be cool to get to know you and check out your stream as well with the DBD stuff, especially somebody who's probably gonna be playing soon. So nice to get to know you. All
He
right,
said he
B
wouldn't answer
Nizzle.
without money.
Vibe, thank you for the one biddy. B
I'll
Nizzle, are you
circle.
here?
I'll
I swear
circle
to
back
God, B
to it.
Nizzle.
He
B Nizzle, I
fucking
swear to
left.
God, if you're not here for this freaking answer, who do you
But
Survivor main? And if it's anyone other than King Steve, you're wrong. Pantro
first
and
of all,
Diaperhead, welcome in.
first of all, um, put Vibes question on the back burner. We'll talk. We'll tackle it later once I'm like awake more. But I'm a Meg main, mostly because like that was the first character that like there's only certain characters that you have unlocked base, like, without buying the other ones. And so I just, Meg was the one that has the best perks off the rip, so that's the one I went with. And then, once I got that one, so you have to prestige a character to prestige 1, which basically just means getting them to level 50. And then once I went to the next one to get more perks, that's pretty much it. Like, honestly, it doesn't matter what survivor you main, because you can, as long as you get every prestige or first prestige on every character, it doesn't matter, and you can use whatever perks you want on whichever one. At that point, it's a cosmetic choice, at least my opinion. I mean, I could totally be wrong. Again, I'm new, I'm the newest one in our circle that plays this game, but that's basically what I've been told, is that like, once you have all the perks, it doesn't matter what character you play. So
Kate Denson is
yes,
hot.
Kate's like a W. That's Vibe's main is Kate. She
I
has,
don't know
she
all
has a
these
whole like
characters, so
outfit. It's like it's all bloody. She's like a blonde haired, like, cute little thing.
we'll have to see all the characters when we all play. Zunya, I finally got to Sales Pro's question. So Sales Pro Zunya, still here. Sales Pro has a serious question.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Any short-term goals for you, Gahhbige?
Are we talking Twitch sales? I'd like him to elaborate a little bit more, just to make sure. I'm sure he's going to be like, just in general, but I would rather him elaborate, and I don't want to assume.
We'll come
Or
back to it if
Smelly, if you
anything.
could ask him. I don't know if he's like still listening.
Someone ban Shay, please.
Ask it, Rolio, ask it with the channel point. I would love to answer that question. I've told the story a couple of times, but I would love to tell it again. Life.
Get her
Yeah, I
out,
figured.
Dank. Let him
He said
know.
life. W Dank W. Um I don't know. I'm not a huge long-term planner. You just go to the channel point, Rolio. It's the one that's for one channel point, and then just it'll have you like type in a question. Just go to the channel points and redeem the channel point. Um
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not
For
a
the
huge
questions, yeah,
long-term
Rolio.
planner. So like, I haven't like discussed it in great detail even on my own stream, but like I just after I got partnered, not because I got partnered, but because like I guess I kind of just had a little bit of a mental breakdown for a lot of things that were going on. However, I just one day I woke up, I fucking walked off my job, and I don't have any really like long term like plan. Like I'm just kind of right now. I'm just me and Vi were just talking about this earlier. Like we're kind of just like in a standstill. I'm just like taking a breath and just
And there's
breathing and
nothing
just
wrong
like
with that too. That's the
just
thing that people don't realize.
there's so many directions I would like to go with certain people and with certain things like Twitch and outside of Twitch. Like there are a lot of directions I would like to go that aren't necessarily like in the cards right at this moment. But like that's why like I'm a like day by day kind of person. Like I wake up and like, what am I gonna do today? What am I gonna do? Like I don't, make a lot of plans for the even like the near future. Never mind 5 years from now. So it's really hard for me to answer that question.
Yeah, and like at the end of the day, there's a lot of different types of people with different personalities. Some people are, like they take it day by day or they live in the moment at like for what's going on in life. And then there's people who like overplan it, that like they have to make sure they know every step of what's going on in their life. And then there's people in the middle of that. And no matter what, either one is fine. Um, as long as you know, like, thing like just making sure you know what's ahead eventually. You know what I mean? So definitely, you know, hopefully everything goes well with that. You know what I mean? Miss Penguin for Garbage was your daddy. Venus will literally ask the same question like 5 questions.
I swear to God. Yeah, he asked it again because he's like, how do I do this,
I
man? How
swear
do I
to
do
God, I'm
this?"
unfollowing. What does the T stand for? I have no idea what that means at all. From Squish.
I have no idea what that means either. It's the first initial of my government name.
Okay.
That's the only thing. That's the only thing I can think of right off the top of my head.
Unfollow. Oh, let them know, Maria. Let them know. Let's go. Exclamation point Y spot. GG Bunny.
Yep.
It's actually an interesting question. What do you use to moisturize your beard? It's luxurious.
I don't actually like. I don't have anything. It's not even. It's like it's like it needs to be like more full. So I mean, like I probably should take some moisturizing advice, but like this like it's just like so broken out here on the outside. But
Yeah,
I
I feel
don't
like I could do a
actually
better
take.
job too with my beard. Like I used to have like the beard growth kind of shampoo that you could like do with the beard wash, but I ran out of it. So like I gotta find like a shampoo that actually makes it like nice and soft and smooth. Like I use obviously for my hair, I'll use the regular shampoo and it makes it nice and soft. But like for the beard, it always feels like scruffy and all that. So I gotta figure out something for that. Get you some beard balm and oil. Yeah, that's definitely a good idea. Case that for me and for Garbage as well. It's like a baby bear. True, true. Melanin Minerals has a great beard balm. Ooh, oh yeah, yeah. Isn't that Dro? Isn't that Dro's brand? Right? I think that's her brand for the stuff she has. Um, I got some good smell beard oil now. Dude, let me know. Whoever got recommendations, feel free to let us know. We I'm more than welcome to take recommendations. They have some sort of beard. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Appreciate that, Beanazol. Um, let's go, Penguin. So next GG Bunny question. Imagine bro milk. Rolio, I appreciate you, bro, being here. What would you do different if you could do your partner pushover? Like start it over again. What advice do you have for someone with that same goal? That's from GG Bunny.
I'm never really one that looks back and says I should have done anything differently, to be quite honest, because everything happens for a reason. The way things occur, personally, professionally, or whatever, it's meant to happen for a certain reason because of the way that it went. Who's to say that if I did anything differently, I would have ever gotten it? Could have happened earlier. It could have. I mean, I sit there in the moments and be like, well, if I just did this, I would have had it this time. And probably the case at some points, just based on how many days, whatever. But like overall, I wouldn't change a thing about it because I'll never forget the moment that it finally happened, and I probably wouldn't have wanted it to happen any other way because I sat there. I had applied. I streamed Saturday night into Sunday morning, and I applied, went to bed, woke up at. I'm just reading. I was reading what she said. I would never change anything about it because I woke up, I was at work, I was home, I was working at home, and I just happened to look at my email and it was right there. And I'm just like, and like I knew after having already been denied 6 times what the denial emails looked like. And this was not a denial email. Before I even opened it, I fucking like dropped my phone. I gasped and I'm just like, I couldn't envision myself having done it any other way than how I did it. Just more so like okay, did I like suppose somehow like people think that I like made, like I stepped on people's toes or I took advantage of people to get to where I got to, and I'm just like, who, like the people that say that kind of thing, like I don't even know, I don't even really know you like that well, and obviously you don't know me that well, or you weren't really involved, or you weren't really somebody that like knew what we were all trying to accomplish because it wasn't just me that was pushing, but like I I wouldn't change any of it. Like we started at the beginning and it was me in prime, and then some fucking list got made and then a bunch of names got thrown into it, and we're told like, well, these people are also pushing, and there's others, but like, I've already given that other person their credit, and I'm just gonna let that sleeping dog lie. But there's other people that were involved, and Trippy was a part of that as well, and just it didn't work out. It's like very, very close. And it just, he kind of just lost the lost some gas as we all did at one point or another. It's just like
Mm.
we all just kind of got lumped into one group of people because, we all had, relatively similar numbers, and I wouldn't have changed any of it. I made so many connections because of all of that. Like
Right.
it let like meeting certain people and being affiliated with certain people and dating certain people and being just, a part of certain communities with certain people, all of it led me to the exact moment where I am right now. So why would I want to change that? I'm content with where I am right now. So
And like Gigi said, the goal here is to have fun. And like I think a lot of people are waking up to that and are just like tired of like numbers there, tab that, spreadsheet there, stream elements there, Y spot there. It's like they're just realizing it's time to have fun. It's time to do what we want to do here on our content, whether it's playing COD, whether it's playing Fortnite, whether it's doing a game show, whether it's doing a talk show, or anything in between, even if you're swimming in a freaking hot tub pool. At the end of the
a
day,
hot tub.
someone say hot tub?
Somebody say hot tub.
At the end of the day, have fun. That's what we're all here for. And when we lose the aspect of fun, this becomes a job and you end up becoming miserable because of it. And you can see it in your face when like somebody's like upset or not feeling it in their stream. You know what I mean? So have fun, everybody. Make sure you're doing what's best for you.
So to go along those lines and to answer the second part of her question, it's I would recommend that the people that put in their stream titles when they're averaging like 20 to 30 viewers, even once you get to like 40, like once you hit 40 average viewers, here's a statistical breakdown. You're just eclipsing the halfway point. You're just
Yeah.
eclipsing the halfway
Mm-hmm.
point to an average viewership that is required to apply for partner.
Correct.
Don't put pushing for partner. Don't
I've
literally
seen that before.
don't do anything like that. Like the one thing that I always prided ourselves on is we never, any of us ever went on stream and just partner push this, tab me up that, lurk this. Like we never did that. We put, let them know, Bleepy, let them
Yeah, I
know.
see you, Pleepy. I know you
Don't,
asked the question earlier. I welcome in,
yeah.
bro.
my advice would be just don't actually push because you'll burn yourself out before you get there. And I was burnt out by the end of it, and I didn't actually like push until the end when I was already there for like 9 months. I had it unlocked since May of last year. I unlocked it the first week of May last year, and it's just like I'm not pushing. I'm just doing my thing and just continuing to try to give reasons to people to pull up and just be a part of it. I'm not like sitting there out out to the heavens and over the mountains like let's go like pushing partner.
Yeah,
We've got
true.
it unlocked. Just keep pulling up. There was so many times where I wanted to be like that, and it's just like it's never going to work. It doesn't work because then people see the disingenuous nature of it, and they're just like, well, they're done. Everything's done. Like they tried, they got there, they failed, or whatever.
Hmm.
Like we just like fuck it. If it happens, it happens. There were so many times where I was like, well, if it happens, it happens. Like that was like over the summertime of last year. I'm just like towards the end. I'm just like, I went to Miami. I came back, and I was like, yeah, whatever happens, happens. And then like by the time they actually got back to me that time, it was like August, and I'm like, bro, what? Um, I would the only advice I would give to somebody who is actually like statistically like 60 average viewers or higher. I knew she was gonna fuck with me at some point. Um, she knows that I always have my stuff on.
I
I
know.
love you.
What up, Twee? What's going on, Twee? Good to see you in here.
So my advice to people that are like statistically in a position where they can feasibly, go from 60, 65 and, eclipse that 75 or higher, recommend just going higher. But like the only thing I would recommend is just whatever you're doing that's bringing you there, just keep fucking doing it. Don't change up what's bringing you to the dance once you get to the dance. If you start doing different dance moves, you're going to stumble. Keep
Hmm.
doing the same dance that got you there and invited, and don't fuck it up. Just keep doing it. If you're already there, if you find something that you are doing is working, just keep doing it.
Exactly.
Eventually it'll just go.
I think people freak out too when they get that close that they're like, "Oh snap! I got to change it up now." So there's like change in interest or whatever. But in
I
reality,
felt
the
I
the
felt the same
content,
way.
the content or the game or whatever you're doing that got you there, that's what's gonna keep you there. Changing it up is gonna change. Is gonna mix around who's coming in, who's like hanging out and whatnot, because it may or may not be their forte. And it goes into like life in general. Like, let's say for the gym, for example, one of the things I'm trying to do this year is lose a little bit more weight from what I gained over the past few months. And one of the things I got to keep in my head is that as I continue to do this, don't change up my workouts, don't change up my diet, don't change up my routine, because what I'm doing now is helping. And if I change it up now, it's gonna end up resulting in like a standstill or maybe even a decline. So,
Consistency, basically.
like, yeah, exactly, like GG said.
Schedule consistency, content consistency. Literally, once you have something, just continue with it.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, like other circumstances can kind of get in the way of certain things, like a schedule or whatever,
Yeah, yeah,
jobs or family or whatever. Obviously, but like generally speaking, for a person who is of whatever availability and whatever, if their schedule's flexible, their life is flexible, and they're just here and they're just doing their thing, and just keep on keeping on. That's the
exactly.
best advice I can give. And also, this is because Vibe wanted to troll me. Hey Vibe, you're such a good girl.
Let them know, Garby. She's probably like, oh, Marlanta.
She's gonna put her this emote here.
Follows for the speedo. So you're saying I should go back to playing Chad in a speed? Yes, absolutely. Um, Next is Vibes question. Did you want to go over that, or you want to wait and go to the next one?
Was it the same one that you asked earlier, or is there a different one?
What is your first motivation to start streaming?
Oh no, that's fine. Yeah, see, I knew it. Yeah, once you heard it, there it is. Um, honestly, so when I first
Tyler sucks.
when I first started streaming was like the end of 2019, and I didn't look like this whatsoever. Didn't sound like this.
It certainly didn't sound like this.
Like
I remember
it
the
didn't
palm trees.
no, I'm talking before I knew anybody here. Like when I first started, it was literally this thing in the top corner. It was a Nintendo Switch. It was just that. There was no gameplay. There wasn't even bots. There was no shout outs. There was no nothing. There was no stream elements. There was literally nothing. There was nothing to it, bro. It was just me and a cheap ass fucking USB microphone and a capture card with a switch and a, decent enough little dinky PC all in one thing that could run it. That was it on Streamlabs.
I think
That's all
what's
I had,
amazing.
bro. And the reason was like it was something to do. It was
It's
something to
amazing to
do,
see
and
our
I was
growth
kind of
too.
pushed to do it by other people. So like I was involved in a community of Pokemon Sword and Shield players, and we were amongst some of the first people to be aware of like this like manipulation of like shiny raids, and so they're like, well, you could like stream it, you could like on Twitch, and I'm like, okay, I guess. And then so I started looking into like how to do it and whatever, and like just basic ass shit. I didn't want to be on camera. Sometimes I still don't want to be on camera. I mean, as evidenced by just recent events.
The
I mean,
PNG.
we've got yeah. Why won't it turn the fuck on now? Whatever. Oh, I know. It won't turn on if I'm in a channel that I'm not like have access to. I think something like that. But anyway, like that's like it. I just wanted something to do at that point, and I was just kind of pushed a little bit to do it, but it was too much. It was too much for me at that time. Like I only went for like just less than a month at that time, back at the end of 2019, beginning of 2020. It's like right before, or just about as when, the COVID-19 pandemic was starting. And it wasn't like, well, while I'm home, COVID, like, it wasn't anything like that. Like it was, it was just the time when it occurred. And then I just stopped for over a year. It wasn't until like I got a PS5 and I was playing with some IRL friends, and every now and again they're like, well, if you don't want to like stream it, like, we can watch you because you're like kind of like good at this. And I'm like, I guess. And then I met, a couple of other people along the way whilst doing that, while just playing Call of Duty. And that's kind of what sparked me to get back into it, kind of like full time, just like being on Twitch. And that's when I like started to meet people in like the community that I know now, like early on in certain communities, um, that I'm not really a part of anymore. But like it was just to start, just something to do. It was just something to do.
I feel you on that. I eventually like my thing was to just build a PC and try it. I didn't think I'd get this far though. So it's like, and it's really cool to see our growth. Like I don't know if anybody else does this, but I still have all of my scenes that I've used since the beginning of time. I
Oh, I
never
don't have
deleted
any of
any.
that.
I keep it just as a reminder, like, yo, you like I grew a lot from when I originally started. So it's more of just
That's
like a
like the
memory thing.
clips. I have old ass clips from like August of 2021, and I
Yeah.
look back and I just like I listen to them, I watch them, and I'm like, that looks like shit. That sounds like shit. Most of them don't ever really come up when I get like shouted out in the clip players channel. Um, but like there's some of them that like come up every now and again, depending on which service is used. Like even as recently as even a year ago today, like if you found a clip from a year ago, it's just like it doesn't even look the same. It doesn't sound the same.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like everything is like, I guess you can kind of piece that into the previous question about like what would you do? What advice would you give? Regardless if you're pushing for partner, pushing for like if you're just on Twitch, just invest in your own product, make it watchable,
Yes,
make it
exactly.
make it like, I'm not saying you need to, invest in all of the equipment that everybody, that sounds the best. Like JLD is a great example. He, just recently upgraded his microphone and he sounds a whole hell of a lot better.
Yep.
You know, he can be seen now and heard handing out med kits to his local Fortnite community in high quality audio, as opposed to, like that LimeWire quality audio.
LimeWire. Oh my god, bro. That's funny.
Catch me on Zanga. I'm live.
I swear to God, bro. I was gonna say something. I totally forgot. Yeah, I don't have my first VOD, but I remember getting raided with 20 people on my very first stream ever.
Oh wow.
And all I said was, "Hey guys, thank you for the raid. Go follow my Instagram." I remember word for word what I said, and it was the worst thing I could have probably did to try to introduce myself to the channel. But at the time,
Did you really?
I only had like a camera on the corner and Fortnite, and then Streamlab notifications. That's literally all I did.
That's fucking hilarious. I didn't have any alerts or anything. Like it was so bare.
And I mean, I guess it's a good thing that I didn't have everything back then because it helps me see how I evolved and what I can do in the future to evolve even more as like time goes by and we try to hit those averages more. My first raid, I wrote an entire Destiny 2 raid because I was so nervous. F LimeWire, bear share for the win. I don't remember my first raid. Yeah, I don't even remember who I raided like very first time because I before affiliate, I would just end the stream. I wouldn't even raid. No one told me you should raid every freaking stream because I was just looking things up on the fly. So I would just end stream until like I started actually like getting to know people.
Yeah, I didn't have any of my VOD saved. There's one clip. I don't even think all I did was record the gameplay. Like I didn't talk over it, but there is a clip somewhere um where I just had like the game, like it was just finishing something in Sword and Shield, but it was just literally gameplay. But like from
Yeah.
that, and even just like the oldest clips like on Twitch, like I can go pull it up. And it's just like I remember it because it's like I'm playing Splitgate and I just like I don't have any poise. I don't look comfortable in front of a camera. I can't look the camera in the eye. I'm like fucking, like freaking out. Like I don't like I'm not calm, cool, and collected. I don't sound good. I don't look good. I was also, probably 100 pounds heavier than I am now. And, you know, like it just all of it, like I don't look like the same person. I don't sound like the same person. I don't act like the same person. I hold myself differently in front of a camera after having done it for almost 2 years.
Confidence does build on the camera for sure.
Yeah, it really does. Like it takes time. It takes just getting down to it. It takes practice. Like practice. Like
I
to
challenge
quote Allen
everybody to say
Iverson,
something
whatever.
nice about Gahhhbige in chat right now.
I swear to fuck.
All right, let me get through these questions because I don't want to like have it as a backlog. Beanizzle's question skip. Cluster says we smoking, bro. GG asks, what game do you love to play that most people hate?
I guess DBD. I don't
I would
know.
agree. I would
Fall
agree. I only downloaded
Fall
it.
Guys is actually a better answer to that question because so many people fucking hate Fall Guys. And like when a lot of people around started to know me, I was the Fall Guys guy. Like before Fall Guys was free
You
on
were.
Epic,
I remember that. Holy crap.
I was the guy. Like I played Fall Guys when it first came out. I was like, this game is fucking cool. And like that's why I'm like
Nah, I
fucking
raged.
people are just like, oh, you're so good at it. It's like I fucking practiced. I spent time with it. Fall Guys customs
Yes,
Chris.
yes, Ice-T. Yes. Yes, please.
bro, we were literally talking about the
We were just
Warzone
talking
customs.
about
I don't know
Warzone
how long you've been
customs.
listening, but Jesus Christ.
Also, Ice-T, I appreciate the follow on Kick. I saw it finally. They finally fixed whatever it was where you could see the notifications now. And I saw you followed. Yeah, so it finally shows me, even if I refresh the page, that he followed. So I'll see you in the green light
good.
district.
W.
Pleepy. I mean, I think you sort of touched on this already, but Pleepy asks, what's your biggest challenge to streaming now that you hit partner?
We didn't actually really touch on it. It was more so like, getting to that point. But like, I guess as far as what's next and what's the next challenge, that's kind of just like up in the air. My honestly, to be frank, my honest answer to that is pressing the go live button is like the biggest challenge. I haven't even streamed in a week. Like it's not so much like a challenge because I just don't want to. I'm just like I care about being there more for the people that I care about and just having a good time. And like I don't need to stream to do that. Um, in general, I guess just when aside from just being live would be just finding a direction and just going that way and just finding out what I want to do. Like I mean, like I'm really enjoying the DVD stuff. So like, I might see where that goes. Like if that leads anywhere further. Like I'm not uber good at the game, but like just kind of just searching for a direction. That's the biggest challenge. And I guess a little bit of motivation because like, once it's
Mindset,
done, it's
mindset.
done. It's like it's a mindset like where, I did this for so long and finally now I have a chance to breathe and I'd rather not just keep going so fucking hard to like burn myself out. It's like, yeah, not today. Yeah, exactly. It's like it feels good to just wake up or to be, here and just be like, no,
Go tomorrow.
I'm okay. There were so many streams that I literally forced myself through, and I'd sit here and I wouldn't fucking say two words for the most part. Like I'd just be like, like as it got further and further into it, like sitting there refreshing numbers and all that. Like it feels good to not do that, and now at the same time, it's like I don't know anything else, so I'm trying to just kind of like relearn how to be a regular streamer. That's all I want. I just want to be. I just want to be. I just want to be a guy. I just want to be a guy on Twitch, honestly. And it's just like I'm taking that direction of like the approach that we talked about earlier, like the rose approach. I just want to do what I want to do. Like whatever
Have
whatever I
fun.
decide to do, I'm just gonna do it. Like as opposed to just forcing, certain things like that I was doing that like, well, it worked for numbers. I don't give a fuck about numbers. I just care about like I just want to do what I want to do. So like if a third of the people who were there before aren't there anymore because I don't like what I'm doing, I don't give a shit. What's the point of doing something if you're just doing something that you hate? I fucking walked off my job for the same reason. I'm done fucking trying to appease people doing something that I don't want to fucking do. I'm just gonna do what I want to do. And if 20 people, I fucking dude, I averaged 25 people on my last stream and I was so excited about it because I knew that those 25 people actually were there because they gave
Because
enough of a fuck about what I was doing and they were
exactly, they want to have fun
excited
with you,
because I was there and they wanted to hang out and they were
not because they're trying to
enjoying what
get
I
your
was
tab.
doing for 2 hours. So my next challenge would be, I guess, just doing whatever the fuck I want to do and finding something that really just like sticks with me and the people that stick with me as opposed to just because I'm doing a certain thing. That's it.
I had to do that for Tank.
What?
Peachy, welcome in. Ice Tea Curves, I appreciate that. The resub for 3 freaking months. Someone ban Zunya, please. Someone ban Just Sitting Down, I swear to God. But yeah, what Gigi said, like it comes down to fun. That's something I had to like situate for myself and like really instill into my head, like, yo, go live because you want to have fun and be there for the people that are in chat right now. Not because you're trying to get some gold, not just because you're trying to get your like your name on like an attendance sheet or whatever to like get people to come to your streams. Just do it to have fun and stop trying to like go all out for something that doesn't even mean much anymore. Like at least to me personally. Thank you for still being here as well. Let's see. Everybody needs a drink from adulting. How are you doing today? Rolio, what is this? And this is actually going to be one of my questions too. What is the story behind Pump It Up?
Well, there was two streamers that I like I said, and when he asked it earlier, I addressed it a little bit. I was like, I've told the story a couple of times, but there were two streamers where I kind of pieced it together from. Um, Unfortunately, for one reason or another, you know, those ties have been I don't want to say severed, but some of them, well, one of them, I guess,
Things
but like
happen.
either way. things happen. People move on. People move in different directions, and there's no bad blood. At least from my end, I don't care. There's plenty of people who have walked away, came back, walked away. It's fine. It's life. It's Twitch. It's whatever. That being said, there was one person. One of them played the song, and they would sit there and they would do curls, and they would just like a gym theme, like you've got to pump it up, don't you know, pump it up, and they just that was the song. Like it was like kind of a redeem um for them, I believe.
PG.
It was just like do workout or whatever, and that was the song that they would always put. I was like, okay, but like I could, I like that song. I can do that better. It's been over a year. I don't remember exactly, but I know it's been a year where I've already had Pump It Up, and even that it's been whatever. I'll get to that, but and then the other person, she had this extravagant, absolutely mind blowing, presentation of a hype scene. It was like what you're seeing right there on your screen right now. That was almost like the basis. Well, not the middle finger. The middle finger didn't start that was, but anyway, um, it was like I kind of just rolled two things into one and just made it my own. So the song became the songs, and I sat there, and it was just like it's certainly not even what it is now. It wasn't that. It's definitely become more like involved, and there's so many more moving pieces to it. Before, it was just that on that clip that was just on the screen not too long ago.
Yeah.
Well, it was this background.
Chair sway
There
side to
wasn't
side.
even there wasn't even a pump. There was no chair sway side to side. It was this background. There was not much to it. I got a second camera not too long ago. It wasn't even intended for Pump It Up. I was going to do something else with it, but like you know, I couldn't do what I wanted to do with it because it would just kind of logistically didn't work. And it actually does now because I got a new desk and everything's positioned differently. But the the growth of Pump It Up really has kind of like been weird to me, because I'm like, I created something that like in its peak. I mean, the old emote, like I even made a new Pump It Up emote because the old one was so dated and I was fat. But like there was so many different things about it then versus now. I mean, the background is like obviously like just the main thing, but like it kind of just came. It was another thing to just kind of get people excited, and it was something to get people worked up in a
Good
good
song
way,
too.
and it was something to like. I mean, I can do the whole spiel, but it was primarily something to just put a smile on somebody's face and just get them flowing with energy and just making somebody happy, making somebody's day. And like I can't tell you how many times that over the past year people have told me that, something along the lines of like you've made, you made my day by doing this. Um when I don't want to, get out of bed, or, I'm having a bad day, and then you just streamed, and like you just pulled up randomly on a stream and you were there, and you're like, this is fucking great, like now I'm happy, and like that's, I know she does, babe. I
We all love Pump
it's,
It Up. It's a good song. It just hypes everybody up. I love to see the chair sway side to side.
and like
And
that was just one of the add-ons. I was like, okay, but like I could do little bits and pieces more like every so often. Like I don't I like again, it was one camera. It was just me sitting there. It was not automated at all. Like I had to like I didn't have anything like integrated in like StreamerBot, like because there was no, switch back and forth between this and that, and there was no like as you see like, the sliding motion like that, just even something like that. There was never any of that. It was literally just like, all right, let me just swap to this scene. Let me play the song. Like it was the like we talked earlier about like looking back at your old clips and looking at you now, like just looking at again a year ago at
yeah, the
what
growth.
Pump It Up was, and I look at old, like there was a clip earlier of me just like sitting there shaking my ass, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
it's wild. It's wild to me that like that Pump It Up is not pump it up anymore. Like pump it up is completely
Mm-hmm.
different than what that looks like. I mean, even just the second camera being a different angle, I feel like adds a little bit of a different vibe to it. And like the timer, the timing of it all, like just like I don't know how many times I had to sit there when I first did it and just kind of like you would think that a fucking certain arm motion, would be easy enough to get down, but like I'm kind of like I like to do things not half-assed when I do them. So I had to get timing down. I had to be like, okay, the beat's gonna drop now. Like I
Now
know the
do it.
song
Pump
inside and
it up.
out. I can fucking literally listen to the song and just be like, I know exactly when to fucking throw my arm up. I know exactly when to point to the camera. I know exactly when to look down at this camera. And like you'd think that it would be so simple, but like I would love to get somebody to like come and sit here and just how it's all set up now, just press the button and see what you can do to replicate it just without any sort of practice. Just put the headset on, listen to the song, and just like try to get all the timing down. Like I'm not like choreographer or anything. Like I'm not good at dancing. I'm not good at like that. That's part of it too. Is like I just sit here and I just swing my arm. Like it's really not. It's not dancing. It's not anything that anybody would consider good. It's more about energy, and that's why there's a lot of times like very recently where I just haven't like I just won't do it because I'm not going to half-ass it and I'm not going to fake it. If I'm not going to do it, I'm not going to do it. But
Agreed.
like to start from where it was and then just looking at it now, like, it's wild. Do you have a clip of one of the first pump it ups? I don't think so. To be honest, like I don't think it was like actually clipped. I mean, there's one in there, like in that reel that's playing on the screen. It was an early one. It wasn't one of the first ones. I never actually like recorded it. Like I didn't really care to like record it. The earliest recording I probably have of it is when I made the original emote. I don't even know if I have the original like video that I recorded to make the emote, but I still have the original emote, which is like it just you wouldn't even bro Rolio, I promise you, bro, you would think you'd look in a different person. You wouldn't recognize me. I mean, I was like even at that point, like a year ago, I was probably I don't know, I was definitely over 200 pounds, and my face was round. I didn't have as long of a facial beard.
Drink a
Um,
heckin' water, garbage.
wow, that's wild.
Well, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I saw the hydrate to the guest as well.
Now you're good. I mean, that was pretty much it.
Let's go, vibe. Let's go. I'm gonna try and skip as like some questions as well. Not skip, but like if
I
it's
know what you mean.
similar, I'll like skip for now. Zunya asks, do you have any hobbies outside of gaming and Twitch? And I'm actually interested in that as well.
It's a very easy question to answer. It's very short, and it's no, not really. I'm one of the most plain basic, like not
Vibe,
to
say
say
something nice about garbage right now.
I won't do any. It's not that I won't do anything. It's just like I don't really care to do much of anything. Like I'm not the kind of person that's just gonna go out and about and go. That's wild. Great explanation. Yeah, I know. It's like it was good. It was like overall I feel satisfied with it, Rolio. But I don't I'm not the kind of person that just gets in the car and just goes on an adventure by myself. Um and yeah. So I mean I honestly I don't really have I don't. I never really did either. Like I'm just very plain and basic. Like I just wake up and every day just do my thing. I don't really like I don't know. I'm not like a super outdoorsy person.
So for the most part, you like you're mainly like home, and I see you a lot of times in like the Discord calls and whatnot. I join when I can.
I'm a
But you're mostly
homebody.
like doing that and working on your stream, playing your games and all of that.
I was
Those are the
that way
best
from a
days
young
too.
age. I was that way from a young age. Like I wasn't like the kid that would always like play outside. I would every so often, but like
Hmm.
I wasn't like, I was like the kid that wanted to go back inside so he can play video games. That was me. That's what I always was. I mean, even like I didn't even drink any alcohol until I was like out of high school. You know what I mean? Like obviously like 21, you can be 21. But like, I
I
didn't
feel
like
you.
go to I didn't go to a party until the day we graduated high school and we all had like a party. Like I never went to any high school party. Like that's not me. I'm not that guy. I'm just
You're a
the fucking
homebody.
I'm like it's funny to me because like another thing about like Pump It Up was like that's me, but like I just crank it up. Like everything that you see, like right now you're just talking to me for the most part. Like I'm not playing a character. I'm not Christ T. I'm not Ice T.
We love Christ tea.
I'm
I miss
normal
Christ tea.
Tyler. Okay, I'm normal Tyler right now. And like I'm just I just crank the volume up a little bit most of the time when I like turn the stream on. Just dial it up a little bit. I'm the same person, but like mostly you catch me. Anybody that's just been in a Discord call is just like I'm not screaming and yelling. I don't yell anyways, like not on stream anyway. But like besides that, like I'm not loud. I'm just like I just kind of exist. I'm like mid or whatever.
Also,
So
FYI, I did turn off the question. I mean, the channel point for asking a question because we're gonna just whatever's left, we're gonna ask, and then I'd have like a few questions of my own. So we'll just have it with whatever's left, and then figure it out from there. Why is Tyler here? Can we get garbage back? Imagine.
fuck
Yo, we
ketchup.
love Bro. Exclamation point ketchup Johnny. Um, did I miss anybody? Oh yeah,
My voice
me.
in real life doesn't have a reverb. Reverb. There you go.
Me and the boss are actually opposites when it comes to that. So it's interesting that you say that you're a homebody.
Hmm.
She's the same way. I'm the opposite. I like to go
Hmm.
out whenever I can. Obviously now post pandemic times it's a little different where I do like to stay home a lot of times, especially as somebody that works from home. But um when I do get the chance to meet people, hang out, um, I'm able to do it. You know what I mean? And I take advantage as much as I can. Um, Mrs. JLD, aka the boss, is the same way. Likes to go home from work, play video games, hang out, and just be home. And I
Yeah.
feel like that's a good thing as well. And me and her kind of complement each other on that. Like we go out when we can, but then we also stay home as much as we can. Um,
Like opposites attract and all that kind of
yeah.
jazz.
Bang, your question's next, by the
Keep
way.
each other balanced. Not going out too much, but not staying home too
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. Try to make
I
some
got I got
plans,
somebody
and
I got
if
somebody
we
like that.
if we do, it's like just the two of us, or if I go see my family or go see her family. That's usually the most of it. We're kind of close knit in that way. Vibe, thank you for the 69 biddies. Let's go. Reverb. Um, Miss Peng says, "Do you have any advice for someone just starting out on affiliate?" I will say, congratulations on making affiliate, Miss Peng. I heard that Tyler and Vibe helped you get affiliate, so congratulations.
It's actually not true. Like I said, like I mean, she was probably already there. Like when we pulled up to her stream, she actually raided Vibe that night because Vibe was live too. And then when we pulled up, just to be like GG's or whatever, and then like I just kind of like hung out a little bit. And then
Yeah,
like we didn't, Vibe didn't really get to hang out with her much because like she was actually just that was her last game. She got off and she ended up raiding Vibe. We had to show her how to raid. It was like, oh yeah, just do this.
yeah.
Um, but like I would say just keep your expectations low. And I know that sounds like really pessimistic, but like just do it because you love to do it. Don't do it for anything else. Like I always
Don't
it's
see
like a
put the
side.
partner and try to go from a 3 average to 75 and think you're gonna do it in like 3 weeks. It's impossible.
Don't think you're gonna do it in a year, to be honest.
It's
I mean,
hard. I've been doing this for two
it's just
years and
so it's just so difficult, bro.
a lot of investment. And that's what I think a lot of like new streamers don't realize is the work it takes to get to that level. But if you have that mindset that you're gonna like do what it takes, work on your content, do what you gotta do, it's definitely possible. and I hope
There's a
nothing
lot
but
of
the best for
people
you as well with that.
there's a lot of people
Thing.
even in chat right now that have many different approaches to how they've approached Twitch in the time that they've been on it. And even so, some people, like even myself, have done things differently as they've gone along. I at the time when I like started to peak more, I wasn't working and I was on Twitch. I would sit here for 18 to 20 hours and I would sleep
Crazy.
very minimally and I would just get up, I'd sit down, I'd go take a shit once in a while, I'd eat something
Imagine.
maybe, and then like I would be here and like going about it that way, being everywhere for every single person. And in most of those places I wasn't necessarily building so much of a bond, but what I did differently that a lot of people don't do is I actually would just talk to people and like
Yeah,
just
that's what it comes down to.
learning one thing about one person and building from there will bring you wonders, to be honest. If you can compartmentalize your brain to remember one thing about one person and then just kind of like expanding upon that as you go along, you just start building a bond with a person. Like that's
Hmm.
just kind of like life in general. Like when you just meet somebody, um I would say that the minute you try to do something more than just organically having a good time, you're going to make yourself fucking miserable. I
Hmm.
would say just keep doing what you're doing and put more time into what you do versus who you do it with. Meaning like,
Yes.
okay, like if you want to come hang out here and like, you pulled up, like Vibe said that, we were gonna be here tonight yesterday, and here you are, you're enjoying it and you're getting to know a little bit, you're definitely getting to know JLD because this ain't about me. Mind you, here I am
Nah,
on this channel.
the stream's all about Tyler
This
tonight.
this is not my channel. I'm here for him. I'm here for this man who has been here for me for so long. And I wanted to be on this so long ago. But again, everything happens for a reason. And the timing was right. And it's like, here you are, somebody we just met, coming in, getting to know me, and also in turn getting to know a lot of people that are involved within the communities that I am, and this man right here who puts on an absolute clinic every Monday and Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time, and free weed from high exposure, of course.
Somebody RKO high exposure, please. It won't come up on overlay, but just do it just because.
But like I went about it so many different ways as I'm doing it. Like I just mindlessly tab and like, whatever, just like everybody that I would see like that's on, just pull them up, pull them up, pull them up, pull them up. And it's just like, okay, like most of these people I'm not talking to. So I had to start talking to people, but that took time, that took consistency and time. And then I had to find time to actually like put work into what I'm producing because like I said, I don't want to do anything half-assed. So I didn't want to sound like shit. I didn't want to look like shit, and I wanted it to be something enjoyable. So when people actually did give you that chance, they came and they pulled up. That's when
Hmm.
you fucking reel them in. Be like, give them a reason.
Yeah,
Somebody's there for the first time. Give them a reason to stay, and just fucking go from there. And then before you know it, your 3 average from affiliate will turn into double digits. Will turn into
10,
20s. Like it just
15,
happens.
20. Yep.
It just happens. Like the more you try to force it, the slower it'll happen.
And
Just
like
just do it.
that's why I try to tell people, like, you gotta keep you can do so much to tab everybody up and get everybody to like know who you are, but when they get to your channel, what are you doing to keep them there? That's the
Me
problem. That's
specifically,
what people don't understand. Like, you can get everybody in your channel, but what's keeping them there? What's keeping them entertained? Talking in your chat, active, trolling commands, doing
just
commands, trying
spam
to come
there.
in for the giveaways, or trying to go into the green light district like Ice T. Like,
You know
and
what?
Ice T is
You know
like a
what she
perfect
did as a
example.
good example? She kept us there just by talking to us, just by being
And then
engaging.
conversation, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, like there's a lot of things that you can do to attract a certain audience. Like like Vibe just said, like the gameplay. People want to watch DBD. They're gonna find DBD, and the minute they find you, what's gonna make you stand out from anybody else that's playing
Hmm.
DBD? What's gonna make you stand out from anybody else that's playing Fortnite? Johnny. What's gonna make Johnny stand out? Well, Johnny
I still
stands
gotta
out.
snipe Johnny as a taco.
I've
I still have that clip of me getting him with the railgun in my first ever customs.
oh god. like Johnny stands out playing Fortnite for, a couple of different reasons. It's the catch up. Yeah, it's the
Just
catch up.
catch
That's
up.
right.
Let them know.
Absolutely. You stand out by standing up. Oh,
Let them
that's
know,
all I need
Ice
to that's
T.
all I need to do to be successful. All right, hold on. Come on. There it
Warzone
goes.
Customs.
Yeah, Warzone Customs. Here, let's just start ripping people's gimmicks off. And now we're gonna stand up. We'll stand up and we'll be a standing streamer today.
Wait. I got you. I'll stand up too.
All right,
Just
JLD,
standing up today.
we're just gonna be just standing up. I like that. I'm gonna
Warzone Customs.
put the reverb on.
I'm tired of the Warzone Customs. Support for support.
Support for support is dead.
Oh shit. I'm also standing. Let them know.
I don't peek my mic.
Did I peek,
okay.
Vibe?
Did he peek? I don't know. I didn't hear him peek, but it might not have come across in Discord the same way.
Yeah, there's filters on OBS, so it's definitely different than what you hear.
I did not peek my mic, babe. I don't know what you're on
his
about.
mic once one. Brum got something that's standing. Let him know, bro.
I don't peek my mic. It's if that's
exactly, Johnny.
Discord.
That exactly. Big facts. Gotta stand out. And like when you said the whole Kai Cenat thing early on in the interview, that's what it is. You have to find something that's gonna make people, or even just make content that no one's ever heard of before. Like, screw playing a video game. When you go into Kai's stream, he's always just chatting. There's always some shenanigans, some kind of like randomness. He always got some celebrity, some girl or something that just makes everybody just want to come in and like see what's going on. Like, it literally is, you have to stick out so crazy in such a saturated platform that it's almost near impossible. You have to do something drastic in order to get noticed. And then how do you keep them there after the trend is over?
Mm-hmm.
Make friends work for me. Yeah, I'm your friend, Peachy. We're just waiting for
Peachy's right. I mean, like, that's all I like ever really did at the beginning, the very, very beginning. And a small circle, which kind of doesn't exist anymore because whatever. But like, again, I have that again, and it's just like all you need. At least again, it depends on what you want. But like, if you're coming out here to try to just like immediately like I want to be the next Kai Cenat, then like I'm sorry to tell you, like you have a better chance of getting struck by lightning. And it's I don't want to be pessimistic to anybody. I don't want to shit on anybody's dreams, like I said earlier. But like you do have to take that shit one step at a time. If that's your end goal, then all the power to you. Just do it. But
very
like, don't
optimistic.
get discouraged when it doesn't happen this year or next year or the year after.
Exactly. It's down to expectation. If you think you're going to be the next Kai Cenat next month, no. But if you're going to go and make crazy content that's going to strike people and make them want to come in, sky's the limit.
Yeah. And if there's also one thing I could say too, is that there's like people like, like JLD, he makes like original content, like mostly like on his like TikTok, people there's been so much that's ever been created content, like people get pressed like, oh well, you're doing this so I can't do this. So it's like, no, you just need to do it differently. Like the video games are video games, everyone uses them for content. Like, what are you going to do to make it different? What are you going to do with your presentation of a game or whatever you're doing to make it stand out? That's what you need to do. That's just what you need to do. Just do what works for you. That's the best advice I can give to somebody starting out, and just continue to grow. Like, you might not have the most money in the world to put into the best equipment right away, and your camera could not be as great, your microphone could not be that great, your presentation, like your overlays, whatever, everything you have, it could look all sloppy, and everyone's going to start that way, but everyone will get there at some point.
Big Easy, I saw you, bro. I know I typed like I saw you, but like, welcome in, my dude. He's Big Easy said something about he'll never forget what you did for the kids in PR or something like that.
Yeah, he was doing the
donation thing for the
charity event, and I donated to it.
Nice.
I mean,
oh yeah,
it is what it is. For the kids.
Little Boricua, let's go. Maria says, "Can you raid me? I'm live." Mama Hawk says, "Yay, I have to leave and come back. Now it's here. Do you know exactly how much you are loved and appreciated by the Hawk family? We love you very much."
I do. I don't
Um,
think she's here at the moment.
yeah,
So
and I know, yo, Hawken, I don't know if you're listening or you're eventually gonna watch this VOD because I know you got kicked off Twitch for a little bit. Hopefully you come back soon. But we love you, man. All right. Two questions left from the queue. I'll do vibes first. If you can take a trip to travel anywhere in the world or go on a vacation without money being an issue, where would you go?
Oklahoma.
Oh my lord. You about to make Vibe Star blushing right now. All right. So we'll finish that question off. And then I guess I kind of know the answer to this, the final question from the queue. Vibe, just put the
I'm
the
trying to
monkey
think of
emote again.
the way to answer that question. Not because I don't know the answer I want to say, but more so because like who asked the question.
B Nizzle.
Oh, fuck business. I'm not even answering this question.
FB
Nice mic
Nizzle,
peek.
let him know.
I
We
mean,
love
if
Viper.
we're talking just everyday people that I know that I haven't met yet, I've met Dank, I've met JLD. I went to TwitchCon last year and I met a great amount of people. Um, Unfortunately, didn't meet everybody that I wanted to meet, but that'll change this year. And long before that, I'm gonna meet somebody who's incredible and the most important woman in the world, and her name is Brianna Rose. That's who I'm looking forward to meeting the most.
Boom. So that actually leads me to one of the two final questions that I have for you. But before I ask that question, I'll ask this one. It's more just for me, if anything, just as a interesting question. So one thing you and I have recently bonded over, not recently, but like for a while now, is WWE. I actually didn't know you were a WWE guy when we first met, and like
Yeah,
I just like because I wasn't really talking about it much back then. I was doing Fortnite and marbles, so there wasn't really
and
much to
Smash.
and Smash Bros. Yeah, but as I started like doing a little bit more of like the wrestling stuff, I noticed like you did like you are a wrestling fan, especially when you had like the Money in the Bank briefcase. I was like, oh shit, he really has like the wrestling stuff. Like, okay. What made you become a fan of wrestling? Whether you grew up with it as a kid or if you just recently got into it, like what got you into wrestling?
I'd never I wasn't like I was obviously like we're the same age. I was relatively young during the Attitude Era at its boom. When it was like
Yeah.
edgy and I didn't like watch it weekly. I wasn't a part of the Monday Night War. I wasn't like involved in all of it at that time. It wasn't until like the like mid to late 2000s, to be honest, when I started to watch it a little bit. When I was like younger, I was like probably like 9 or 10. Oh no, well, yeah, yeah, it was a little older than that, maybe like 12, I guess. And then it was like Cena and Batista, and then like
Yeah, that was the time I started watching it.
late 2000s with like I remember specifically there was one night on Raw when like Sheamus first started wrestling and
Hmm.
he was introduced and he beat Cena in the tables match for the title and I'm just like, who the fuck is that guy?
I swear to God.
Like no, but like literally, I mean, I had to make the joke, but like
Yeah.
but like I was like that's like stands out to me. I'm like that was like one of the first like times that I was just like yeah, like I'm like that's when I started consistently watching it, and I watched it like consistently, like even through high school. I had like friends in high school that were like into it, that like had aspirations to be a professional wrestler,
Nice.
and like we would bond over it. We had WrestleMania parties, like the same shit that we did, except we did it on Discord, like you and I and Vibe and Panna and Dank, and like when we just hung out and we watched WrestleMania, and
That was fun.
we just like we bonded over that like back then, and we hung out, like we all grouped up and we just hung out and watched it, like for big events. I used to love the Rumble. Was always my favorite. It's always been. The surprises, the returns, dude. Like
Yep.
there's nothing quite like it. Um, so it's been like an on and off thing. Like I don't really like watch weekly anymore. I
Mhm.
mostly just follow it. I just follow it on social media mostly.
Yeah, yeah.
I watch
Instagram,
clips of it
Twitter.
like on TikTok, like reaction videos, things of that nature. And pull up the TwitchCon, Mama Hawk, and we'll see.
So that's actually the final question. We'll finish off with that before we say our goodbyes. Are you excited for TwitchCon? And as someone who went last year, what would you say was your favorite part of that entire weekend?
I'm very excited this year for more reasons than I was last year. Um, Mostly because there are new people that I've met along this journey that I've been
Absolutely.
on that I didn't even know fucking in October of last year. Like there's so many people that like just just came onto my radar who are a part of my community as well as other communities that I'm a part of that I want to meet, like people that I know that are gonna go, and there's so many more people that are interested in seeing the like. I guess we were like kind of test dummies last year. It's like a lot of us, like
It was
some
the
people, a lot of
first
people were just like,
TwitchCon since the pandemic, too.
well, that, and it's just like there was a lot of people that were just like kind of like newer to Twitch, I guess, or like
Mm-hmm.
newer to the community. They're just like, I don't really know. There's like I don't really know like what I want to do, like if I want to go. They wanted to see what it was like. They wanted to get the reports back from the people who went, and like the crazy adventures that we went on when we went out to San Diego, like most of them did not occur within the confines of TwitchCon. And I
Exactly.
expect much of the same in Vegas this year. It's not going to be like, it's going to be like one day, like we'll go in, we'll see what's up with it. Like there isn't really like anything that's like, it's just a centralized location. Like, hey, yo, meet me at TwitchCon. And then we're going to go fuck around in Vegas. Like,
Yeah,
hey, yo, meet me at
exactly.
TwitchCon. We're just going to go fuck around in San Diego. Like it's the same thing. Um,
And you can get through the
I'm looking
convention
forward to
center
it.
in a day and a half, too. It's like you
You could
don't
get through
need
it. Dude,
three
I got
days
through it in a
for it.
day. I got through it in a
Yeah.
day. It was just like, yeah, like you could participate in some of like like the workshops or like go stand in
Yeah.
line and meet some of the bigger
Meet
streamers
and
like
greet, Nick
Amaranth or Nick
Mercs.
Mercs.
Yeah.
Like I'm not shitting on any of those people, but like, if that's something that you actually want to do, like you want a chance to meet these people that you enjoy their content that are set up at a table to take pictures and sign autographs, like go fucking for it. Like
Go
do it.
very early, by the way, if you're
Go
trying to meet
very,
somebody.
very early.
Very
Get
early.
there, get there 3 hours before the doors open, maybe. I
Yep.
don't know.
Yep.
But like
Exactly.
I'm looking forward to it because again, the same reason I'm looking forward to it last year. I want to meet certain people. Um, you know, that like
Agreed.
I didn't know back then that are going that didn't go last year, or maybe they did go last year. A lot of people did go last year. I'm seeing like, the TwitchCon badge on certain people. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
they went to TwitchCon. Like people that just
Radio
like started it.
Slay.
Yeah, it's like I don't know people like that. I didn't know people like that back in October of last year. I mean, we're talking like 6 months ago now, like almost 6 months to the day when TwitchCon was last year. Like I didn't actually, it was just a little bit over. I was fortunate enough to get to spend a lot of time with you and Dank, two of the people I was most looking forward to meeting. And certain people I did make plans with that fell through. And for one reason or another, wasn't, like able to meet them face to face.
Yeah.
But, things happened, schedules didn't line up, people were petty, people whatever, like people just, I wasn't allowed to do certain things and other people weren't allowed to do certain things because of certain other things, and it's just like it is what it is. Um there's a couple of people I just didn't get to meet because like I left earlier than they were available to, or I didn't know they were even there until I was fucking on the way to the airport. Like just
Yeah.
pulled up. I pulled up on one person's stream as I'm like in the car waiting for Bankai's tire to get fixed because he blew it out on the fucking highway trying to bring me back to the airport. And so I was late for my flight. And I pulled up and I was like, "Oh, I didn't even know you were here." It's like, "I've been here since Wednesday." But like, "Oh, okay. Well, that sucks." But like, whatever. Like I'm really, looking forward to meeting, a whole cast of different people. And also, of course, like seeing people that I, met
You already
last
met,
year
yeah.
again that I've already met that, looking forward to hang out again. And like certain people are obviously are like, you and I could link up at pretty much any time, when we could set aside because we're like 4 hours away from each other. Peachy, I mean, I've been down to Rhode Island a couple of times already. And, at some point it probably happen again. I mean, especially when Vibe comes up here and like, she's definitely gonna want to meet PG and Bam. Like, like it's an hour and a half drive. Like, let's go. Like that
Make sure
kind
you
of
ban
thing.
MBM during that time while you're there.
I met MBM too. The first time I went down there, he pulled up, it's just like, there's so many connections that you don't necessarily need like TwitchCon for, but
Yeah,
it's
especially if
definitely a
they're
good
close by.
central. If they're close by, you can just do it, or at any point. I mean, it obviously depends on the level of
Let
relationship
them
that
know,
you have
Johnny.
with the person. Um, but like, you can't just fucking all willy nilly just go and fly to every
Yeah, yeah, that's
state in the
impossible
United
unless you got
States or
all the
every
money in the world.
country. Yeah, of course, but like it it's a great place to meet people that you've been spending time with
Yeah,
online and actually just get to like put a depends. I mean, you already have a face because like if they have a
so
camera or
like a
whatever, but like
physical being to the person.
you get to actually like spend genuine time with somebody outside of like Twitch and stuff. Like
Yeah, I
even if you
even
just sit there in Discord in a Discord call, like it's still not gonna have like the same energy,
yeah, even like after like we were all hanging out in that like club slash bar, like after that and I left, I actually ended up meeting up with one of my old coworkers from a previous job of mine who was there. I ended up
Yeah.
hitting him up and he was there with his friends. So it was like the first time I had seen him since like 2019 when he was training with us in New York. So it's like
Yeah.
the connections that you end up bringing up is like insane. And it's not even just with TwitchCon. It can be anything. It could be PAX. It could be just a 401
Right.
meetup like you did, like they did and you did. So
Right.
definitely meet
I
up with
mean, even
everybody that you can.
just like a week after TwitchCon last year, I mean, Trippy organized a
Yeah, the Houston meetup
Dallas
with
meetup,
Joey
or
Don.
I don't know, did they do it in Houston or was it in Dallas? I don't remember.
Oh, I don't know if it was
But
one or
like,
the other.
Joey Don went right home right down back home here to Boston, and then he fucking went right back down to Texas. You know what I
Sheesh.
mean? And
I give
it's
it
like
to him.
they pulled up like people they didn't go to TwitchCon, but they all just like, well, let's just fucking do our own thing. You don't need a TwitchCon to do it. It's just a more convenient thing. You don't even need a fucking ticket to TwitchCon. Just pull up to Vegas October 20th to October
Yeah,
22nd, and you'll
Measureless
see
and
people that you
Bankai.
know.
They
Measureless and Bankai are perfect examples.
and
Measureless flew
Haicedo.
out from Ohio to stay with us at Bankai's, and he didn't have a ticket. Bankai didn't have a ticket. Haicedo did not have a ticket. They're just patrolling around the convention center, seeing people and going to the clubs
Yeah.
and the bars and whatever, and just walking the seeing everybody. It was just great, dude.
Someone banned just sitting down, please.
You don't have resting bitch face, babe. I swear to fuck. Everybody say nice things about Vibe right now, please. Thank you.
Vibe is fantastic. I can't wait to meet her at TwitchCon.
Let her know.
She's gonna be like, I swear to God, JLD. All right. But yeah, I'm excited to meet you again at TwitchCon and everybody else that's coming in for the first time with his Vibe, K Rat, Panna. I think Trippy might be going as well, which would be really cool. And if anybody here in chat's going to TwitchCon, feel free to let me know. I would love to meet you as well because we met a lot of people this past October. It'd be nice to expand the amount of people
And
I've met in
bro,
person.
like we have another almost 6 months to the day before TwitchCon starts. And in that time, you can still fucking meet people, bro. You can
Exactly.
still meet people from this moment, this very
Yes, John.
second. They haven't even released tickets for the Vegas one. They did release tickets
For
for the
Paris, yeah.
Paris, but for the for the Vegas TwitchCon, like they haven't released tickets yet. And like for me last year, I didn't buy a ticket till the fucking week of. Like I didn't buy a flight or the ticket till the week of. I was just wishy-washy about it the whole time. I was like, do I really want to go? And I just did it, and it was a great time. You don't have to do it right this second. I would recommend doing it as early as possible. Otherwise, you're going to spend fucking thousands of dollars that you probably don't even have at this moment in time to do it. But like, you'll spend a
Yeah, I
lot
gotta
more
book my
money
flight
then
soon.
if you wait. Because like, I spent like $800 on a flight doing it at the last minute, and it was a shitty
Same
ass
with me in the
flight.
hotel. Same with me in the
And
hotel.
the hotel I didn't have to worry about last year because I stayed
Yeah,
at
Bankai.
Bankai's. This year we're probably, I did have one and now I don't have one. Like it doesn't matter because I'm not worried about that. But like I gonna get one. I just need to like that's the last thing I need to worry about is getting a hotel or an Airbnb. Depends. Like we have like certain plans, like tentative plans, nothing set in stone, but like everybody kind of needs to wait. At this point, we're just kind of waiting for taxes to be done and everybody getting paid
Do
out.
your
And
taxes. It's due tomorrow, everybody.
your taxes are due tomorrow. My tax guy's working on mine to the fucking last minute because I had to send him like, thousands of fucking documents of like expenses of Twitch. Remember, you can write off literally any
I
penny you
expensed a good
spent on
amount. I
Twitch.
spent a good amount.
Get your bank records, get your credit card records, get everything. If you've invested into your stream, if you purchased overlays, if you've purchased audio, video, anything, cameras, monitors, anything, you can write off a portion of your internet bill and your electric bill. It's very
Mhm.
intricate, it's involved. I would recommend getting somebody who knows what they're doing, but have all that stuff that you
Exactly.
can write off your entire PC. Again, it has to be
TurboTax
purchased in
was what I use, and
2022, but
it's fantastic.
yeah, you can do it yourself if you know exactly what you're doing. I would just, if you don't, definitely get all your ducks in a row, get your 1099s. And, obviously if you have a, regular 9 to 5 with W2, I mean, it goes into that as well.
I
All of it
wrote
goes
off
together.
RKOing
But
the sloth vibe, just as a FYI.
I swear to God. I mean, if you even, dude, I'm not even kidding you. I don't know anything that you use on your stream, props otherwise, you
Yeah,
can
this
write
is
off
like
the
literally
viewer's
right off
belt.
the sloth if
You
it's
can
like a
write off the
decor.
viewers championship. You can write off everything in the background that you've purchased. It's all part of your scenery. It's a part of your
Yep,
presentation. The sky's the limit with things that you can write off, and it's all
literally
legal.
anything.
Like I'm not a tax professional, so don't take my word as the law. But everything that I've been told by the people who are preparing my taxes and others who have had their taxes prepared, they all say the same thing, and it's all legal. Anything that you use as a part of your stream is something you can write off. So get your taxes done. You've got like little over 24 hours before they
Yeah,
have to
you
be
got
done. So
27 hours left Eastern time.
Eastern time,
So
yeah.
unless you're West Coast, then it's probably longer.
Yeah. Or if you're in
Get to it.
Hawaii.
True, fucking 6 hour difference.
What are you
All right,
leaving for? Wow, what?
because I said, oh, you could write off
Oh, because of sloth.
the sloth. Yeah.
Well, nobody's gonna. I mean, you can RKO Dank Sloth, but nobody's RKOing Liam. So that's all I'm gonna say.
All right, guys. So this is the conclusion, guys, of the interview with the variety partnered professional Fortnite DVD streamer from Boston, Massachusetts, aka Gahhbige. If you want to get to know him, exclamation point guest in the chat. I think everybody here already knows you, but if there's anybody that doesn't know who this man is, do exclamation point guest in chat. Follow this man on all social medias. That way, he will, go show you some love and check you out and check out his content. It's definitely God tier. One day we will see the return of Dumpster Fire Karaoke, and that's it. Gahhbige, again, thank you for taking the time to be here. Thank you to everybody who was able to ask a question for him. I like to prioritize like my chat's questions versus mine, but they hit the nail on the head with all of the stuff that we could use to get to know you some more, and I'm happy everybody did. Gahhbige, we'll talk after stream. I appreciate you being here, dude. No one spammed anything, I swear to God, bro. But yo, Gahhbige, thank you again for hanging out with us tonight. Exclamation point guest in chat. Go follow him. Go follow the professional partner streamer. And dude, again, have a great rest of your night.
The bed is shaking from you doing all of that. Exclamation point guess isn't gonna work because you didn't fucking fix your mix it up, by the way.
She probably broke it. But we done.
I didn't break it. You didn't turn it back on.
It's
Dank broke it. Dank's here. Dank's fault. I have
it's going. It's going.
A little parting message. Basically, thank you, of course, JLD, who's been one of my most longtime supporters, and you touched on it at the beginning. I didn't want to come on to this show until I finished what I set out to do, and it was great. And it was, again, everything happened for a reason. The timing worked out. Are you gonna do the thing? What thing? Oh, yeah, I will. I will, babe. I will.
I swear to God.
Um. So thank you, truly. From Tyler to Julian, thank you for having me. And I promised you a long time ago when you first started this, and everyone's like, "When's Garbage gonna do? When's Garbage gonna do couch talk?" And da 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 da. And this is the answer, right here, right now. There, there were certain times where I was like, I'm just gonna stop. I'm just gonna give up. I'm just gonna be done. And I'll give JLD his couch talk. I was like, we'll just keep going. We'll just keep going. I wanted to do this, and I wanted to, give you the first crack at, having this kind of like a one-on-one interview style
Oh yeah.
format with me, more than I did to anybody else. Just based upon you being, one of the people that actually does this kind of a thing, and anybody else that's approached me. There was one other person that was like, oh, I want you to come on here, and I was just like, nope. I'm already scheduled for this thing, and I told him he's going to be the first one, and that's it. That's all I got. And I love you so much, dude. Like, you've helped me through a lot, and I probably wouldn't be where I am without you, and of course others that I already everybody already heard it when I got partnered and whatever. But I'm
Yeah.
not going to go through that whole thing. But thank you again for having me, and love you more. Bye.
I swear to God, bro. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the bell so notifications are on. Take care, everybody, and I will see you all next time.